Princess Sailira Ven slammed her palm onto the treaty console. The hollow display flared green. Ceasefire locked. Her marriage to the human envoy sealed it. Ambassador Keth Sorin exhaled sharply beside her. The border skirmishes end now, Your Highness. No more Voran raiders gutting our colonies. Sailira nodded once. Her frills twitched under the weight of the chamber's stairs. Alien dignitaries from a dozen worlds watched. Human observers fidgeted in the back row. She straightened her diplomatic robes. Prepare the cruiser. I board within the hour. The vessel hummed to life as Sailira strode up the gangway. Security teams flanked her. Commander Vrax Juno led them, his armored bulk blocking half the corridor. His scanner gauntlet glowed red. Threat level nominal, Vrax growled. But the human... A scuffle erupted ahead. At the checkpoint, a lone figure in plain envoy grays stepped forward. Eli Mercer, her betrothed. He raised empty hands without prompting. Scan him, Sailira ordered. Vrax shoved Eli toward the archway. Beams swept the human from boots to scalp. Eli stood still, no flinch, no protest. The arch beeped. Red lights pulsed. Anomalous, Vrax barked. Neural spikes off the charts. Muscle density triple baseline. He's hiding augmentations. Eli tilted his head. Just standard human calibration, Commander. Factory default. Sailira pushed past Vrax. Up close, Eli looked unremarkable. Short brown hair, steady brown eyes. A technician's calloused hands. No weapons. No insignia beyond the envoy band on his wrist. Explain, she said. Eli met her gaze. Grew up on a frontier rig. Fixed reactors under fire. Body adapts. Nothing exotic. Vrax snarled. Lies. No unaugmented species survives that. He's cleared. Sailira cut in. Protocol demands it. The marriage proceeds. Vrax's mandibles clicked. He waved Eli through. But his glare lingered. Sailira led Eli deeper into the cruiser. Crew quarters branched off the main spine. She halted at a paired door. These are yours, adjacent to mine. Forced proximity, no miscommunications during transit. Eli glanced at the panel. Saves on wiring runs, efficient. She arched a frill. It's policy. Weddings demand trust.
Yours is in 3 cycles.
He nodded. Understood, Princess. As doors hissed shut behind him, Sailira's comm buzzed. Ambassador Kef's voice crackled through. Highness, Director Rusk confirms the human's harmless. A crisis tech. Punches above his weight in repairs. Not combat. Sailira dismissed it. Harmless suited the treaty. She needed a symbol, not a soldier. Alarms blared 2 hours later. Sailira bolted from her quarters. Vrax met her in the corridor, scanner in hand. Breach? She demanded. Worse. He thrust a tablet forward. Intercepted broadcast. Coded. Ashline Cell's signature. Sailira scanned the decrypted text. Her blood chilled. Princess falls on wedding dawn. Human blade claims the kill. Treaty dies in blood. The timestamp synced to the ceremony. Her ceremony! Vrax gripped his rifle. Saboteurs. They'll hit during vows. Frame the human. War. Restarts. Sailira's frills flared. She glanced at Eli's door. Locked. Quiet. Was he liability or lure? Double security, she said. And watch Mercer? Closely. Vrax saluted. Already on it. She retreated to her console. Pulled up Eli's file. Human records blurred augment truth from legend. Crisis specialist. Survived 3 hull breaches. Repaired a fleet drive mid-battle. Routine, they claimed. Her claw tapped the screen. The broadcast looped in her mind. Ashline extremists hated peace. United worlds against the treaty. Framing Eli fit perfectly. A soft knock sounded. Eli's door. She opened her channel. Enter. Eli stepped in, toolkit slung over his shoulder. Heard the alarm. System stable? Sailira studied him. Calm. Tool belt stocked with mundane welders and probes. No blade. Status report, she said. Checked the core. Flux at 98%. Your engineer's sloppy on seals. He held up a gasket. Replaced it. Won't breach now. Vrax burst in behind him. Rifle leveled.
Step away, human.
Eli froze. Hands up again. Just fixing. Sailira waved Vrax down. He boarded clean. Stand down. Vrax lowered the weapon fractionally. Anomalous readings don't lie. Eli shrugged. Tell that to the gasket. Sailira's gaze locked on his. Competence gleamed there. Not boastful, practical. Like sealing a hull before it split. "Return to quarters," she said. "Transit resumes in 10. Eli nodded and left. Vrax followed, muttering. Alone, Sayalira activated her private scan. Eli's biosignature pulsed steady in the next room. Human normal. Or so the log said. The broadcast taunted her. Wedding dawn. Her death. His frame. She clenched her fist. Peace hinged on this union. On him. A new ping hit her console. Internal sensor log. Eli's room. He jury-rigged a proximity alarm. Linked to her door. Silent guardian. Her frills softened. Not a trap. A shield, but Ashline moved. And Vrax watched. Trust fractured. The cruiser jumped to light speed. Wedding dawn approached. Assassins waited. Eli's door chime blared. Red lights flashed in his quarters. He rolled off the bunk, boots hitting deck plates. Proximity alarm. His own rig. Screamed sabotage nearby. Gift crate delivery logged an hour ago. Princess's antechamber. He grabbed his tool pouch, slapped the panel open. Corridors hummed under light-speed strain. No time for Vrax goons. Footsteps thundered ahead. Crew panic. Eli sprinted, pouch slapping his thigh. The antechamber door hissed ajar. Crate squatted center room, ornate alien filigree glowing. Hinged lid pulsed blue. Energy trap. Wires snaked from base to deck vents. Tamper seal broken. Out! The junior tech yelped, backing away. Frills flared in terror. Eli waved them off. Mine. He dropped to knees, screwdriver out. Blue pulse accelerated. 10 seconds to overload. He traced the circuit. Alien tech. Overkill relays. But sloppy bypass. Human fingers danced. Pry panel. Clip false lead. Reroute power to inert ground. Pulse flatlined. Lid clicked safe. Security burst in. Vrax front. Rifle sweeping. Human! Hands. Eli stood slow. Screwdriver loose in fingers. Disarmed. Check it. Vrax snarled. Scanner out. Beeped clean. How? Followed the wires. Eli shrugged. Basics. Princess Salira pushed through. Her eyes, golden slits, locked on the crate. Gift from Homeworld delegation. Protocol cleared it. Not this one. Eli pointed. Remote trigger. Docking window Alpha 3. Sabotage pattern. Vrax cuffed his arm. You accessed logs, public transit cams.
Eli pulled free, gentle.
We share now, Commander, or next one's live. Salira's frills twitched. Interest, not fear. Agreed. Full access. Vrax bristled but nodded. Eli knelt again, unpacking pouch. Spare cabling spilled. Human grade, flexible alloy. Sensor sweep first. Your arrays miss micro vibrations. He yanked deck panel. Alien conduits gleamed. Too rigid for stealth hacks. Eli spliced his cable. Loop to main bus. Jury rig booster from probe battery. Tool pouch yielded multimeter. Calibrate. Seal. Console lit. Ship-wide sweep bloomed. Anomalies pinged. 3 vents. Cargo. Bay. Engine subdeck. Targets. Eli said. Ashline signatures. Move teams. Vrax barked orders. Teams swarmed. Sayalira watched Eli, head tilted. Your tools? Primitive? Practical. He wiped hands. Yours jam on flux spikes. Her lips curved. First smile. Demonstrate. Deck shook. Lightspeed ripple. Eli steadied her elbow instinctive. Warm scales under silk. She didn't pull away. Vrax returned, scowl deeper. Cleared 2. 1 active. Confront time. Eli marched to security hub. Vrax shadowed hostile. Hub screens flickered threat logs. Alien script, but patterns screamed. Eli jabbed console. Access. Now. Need to know. Vrax growled. Eli met his gaze level. I need, or Princess dies framed. Your call. Vrax paused. Frills flat. Unlocked. Log scrolled. Docking Alpha 3. Every jump. Sabotage spikes. Pattern, Ellie said. 1 window. Next stop, they bored clean. Vrax grunted reluctant. Proof? Eli drafted on spare pad. Escort protocol. Simple grid, pairs, rotate paths, no solos. Human Navy basic. Drill it. Live. Now. Crew balked. Salira entered, read over shoulder. Implement. Vrax roared. Insult. Survival. Eli hit execute. Alarms wailed, simulated. Crew scrambled. Stumbles. Overlaps. Eli timed. Flaw here. Blind corner. Fix. He blocked path. Rerouted. Flow smoothed. Drill ended clean. Brax stared. Efficient. Teamwork. Eli nodded to Sailira. Your call on leads. She stepped close. Scent like ozone and spice. You see what we miss. Trade. He grinned faint. You negotiate stars. I fix leaks.
Ambassador Keth stormed in.
Human interference. Protocols. Sailira cut him. Saved us. Again. Eli spotted it then. Logs deep. Alpha 3 docking. Ashline shuttle sig. Masked as supply. Pinpoint. Crew manifest. Last jump. Vrax pulled file. Names glowed. One rogue. Engineering auxiliary. Apprehend, Sailira ordered. Cell rattled as teams dragged the traitor. Human frame plot foiled again. But Eli's sweep pinged faint. New anomaly. Princess's quarters. Subtle.
Wedding gift incoming?
Sailira's hand brushed his. Trust sparked. Rax watched jealous. Lightspeed hummed. Dawn neared. Real threat burrowed deeper. Sailira jabbed the quarantine seal on her quarters panel. Lights flickered red. Eli's anomaly pinged solid. Subdermal emitter. Wedding gift sized. Burrowed in the bulkhead. Clear it! She ordered Vrax over comm. Her security chief's growl echoed. Human taint? Eli flagged it first. She glanced at the technician who crouched by the log terminal, fingers dancing over overrides. No panic. Just work. Vrax burst in. Scanner raised. Mine to handle. Eli stepped back, hands open. Your lead. The emitter popped free. Ashline freak. Rigged to vent Atmo on treaty signing. Sailira crushed it underfoot. They burrowed deeper. We adapt. Eli nodded. Next drill? She studied him. Humble eyes, steady frame. Underestimated. Time to measure. Formal rehearsal. Now. Negotiation bay. He followed without question. Ambassador Keth waited there, robe starched, protocols holographic. Princess. The human. Saila took her seat at the mock treaty table. Eli slid into a side perch, ignoring the frill protocols. Perch height wrong. No salute weave. Keth sputtered. He breaches form! Low cast perch for envoys. Eli leaned forward, traced a holomap glitch with one finger. Border skirm line straightened. Efficiency over flare. Cuts 10 cycles. Sailira's frills twitched. Aliens bowed to weave. He rewrote the game. Keth recoiled. Insolence. Results. She dismissed the advisor's glare. Eli's ignore wasn't rude. It was blind focus. Rehearsal flowed smoother, his tweaks sharpening clauses. Assumptions cracked. Vrax loomed post-session. He mocks us. He fixes. Sailira turned to Eli. Prove it. Training bay. Human limits. Under Vrax. Eli shrugged. Sure. Bay hummed active. Vrax armed grav pads, pulse rifles. Survive this soft skin. He cranked settings. Triple alien norm. Eli stripped to undersuit. No gear. Vrax lunged first. Claws extended. Eli dodged fluid. Not flashy. Economy of motion. Redirected the charge into a pad. Flipped Vrax off balance. Crew gasped. Vrax roared up. Rifle burst. Eli rolled, scooped shrapnel midair, jammed the emitter. Disarm, Eli said. Calm. Not destroy. Vrax charged again. Eli sidestepped, locked elbow, grounded him without strike. Yield? Vrax thrashed free. Frills furious. Impossible stamina. Sailira's pulse raced. Humans broke at half this. Eli breathed even. Sweat minimal. Restraint, not rage. Enough. He passes. Keth stormed the bay. Reckless. Protocols demand. Upgrade. But doubt lingered. What snapped him? She triggered it herself. Pressure test, she announced. Bay sealed. Alarms wailed controlled drop. Hull sim to vacuum edge. Aliens clutched masks. Frills locked. Eli didn't flinch. Grabbed a loose panel. Wedged it seamless. Pressure held. He moved deliberate, rerouted vents manual. No suit. No panic. Vrax clawed for breather. How? Lungs shred. Training. Eli sealed the last seam. Bay repressurized. Breathe steady. Panic kills faster. Silira's chest loosened. He functioned where her kind froze. Loyalty gleamed. No grab for glory, just fix. Her hand itched to touch again. Keth yanked her aside post-test. Princess. Assign him shield? Madness. Protocols bar spouses from Vanguard. She overrode. Ellie Mercer, personal shield. Public rounds, start dawn. Vrax shadows only. Keth's eyes bulged. The advisor decrees, I decree. She faced Ally. Trust earned. His grin faint, eyes warm. Mutual. Public promenade gleamed next cycle. Crowds parted for her train. Eli at flank. No fanfare. Whispers rippled. Human consort. Trap. Vrax tested still. Accidental shoves from escorts. Ally absorbed. Rerouted flows. Silent. One zealot lunged. Asheline ink on claws. Eli intercepted barehanded, twisted wrist neutral, pinned without bruise. Stand down, Eli murmured. Zealot froze, eyes wide at the calm grip. Salira's frills warmed, protective, not possessive. Treaty banners loomed ahead. Docking klaxon blared. Priority packet, anonymous, sealed black. Her pad chimed. For Princess Salira, your human will snap. Dossier attached. Massacre inbound, Ashline knows. She cracked it open. Scans flooded. Eli's service logs, redacted black. Crisis specialist. Black Ops whispers. Human Navy ghost. Survived sieges. Walked from wrecks. Prediction model. Under terminal stress. 98% trigger. He hides the killer. Prills iced. Vrax leaned in. Told you. Trap. Eli scanned the crowd ahead. Oblivious. Steady. But Dawn's real threat stirred. Burrowed deeper. Waiting her measure. Eli's wrist terminal pinged. Thermal anomaly. 3 signatures ghosting the outer hull near the ceremonial deck. Not crew. Too erratic. He slipped from Salira's flank amid the promenade crowd. Vrax guards scanned faces. Oblivious, Eli tapped his pad. Ship schematics bloomed in his overlay. Maintenance vents. Bulkhead controls. Power relays. Standard freighter layout. He'd mapped it cycles ago. Signatures breached the skin. Cutters whirring silent on vague seals. Ashline cell. Their ink patterns matched the zealot's claws from earlier. Eli cycled the nearest airlock subroutine. Slow, depressurize. By seconds, Princess, he murmured into comms, voice low. Change of route. Maintenance deck. Now. Salira's frills flickered on his feed. Eli, explain. Company. Stay with Vrax. I'll clear. He killed the line. No time for debate. Intruders spilled into the subdeck corridor. 4 now. Leader in powered exosuit, 3 grunts with plasma cutters and shock batons. Thermal bleed painted them red against the chill metal. Eli ghosted to a junction box. Fingers flew over the panel. Override cycle. Bulkhead. A7 seals. B9 vents pressure. Trap springs. Bulkhead slammed down. Grunts yelped as corridor segmented. Leader barked orders in guttural ashen dialect. Ellie's implant translated fragments. Platform. Kill the royal. Frame the soft skin. Eli patched into the deck's non-lethal grid. Improv time. He rerouted conduit power, arc charges from the lighting strips. Timed pulses. First grunt lunged at a panel. Zap. He convulsed, dropped limp. Non-lethal. Eli muttered. His rule. Always. Second grunt fired a cutter beam. It scorched bulkhead inches from Eli's boot. He rolled, slapped a relay. Corridor lights strobed overload. Third grunt, blinded, swung wild. Eli sidestepped, tripped him into the next charge. Down. Leader powered through, exosuit shrugging sparks. Human filth. You'll burn for this piece. Eli dodged a baton swing, grabbed the leader's wrist mount. Twisted just enough. Servos whined protest. Pinned him against the wall. Talk. Target. Leader snarled. Fangs bared. Eli pressed harder. Joint popped. Non-lethal. Platform. Her shuttle dock. Bomb cluster. Remote trigger. How many? Enough to glass the deck. Eli zip-tied the wrists with conduit wire. Dragged him to the dead-end lock. Racks. Package secured. 4 down. Corridor C12. Leader sings. Salira's platform rigged. Vrax growled back. Human. You engage without clear? Clear. Now. Eli checked thermals. Clear. He patched Salira's comm. Reroute confirmed. Maintenance shafts to Aux dock. Move. Her voice sharpened. You trapped them. Alone? Standard op. He didn't mention the Black Ops logs she'd glimpsed. Humble. Stayed humble. Eli punched the shaft access. Crawl space hummed with vents. He led, scanner sweeping. Silira's team followed, her lithe form twisting graceful despite the royalty poise. Vrax grumbled behind, bulk straining the confines. Human competence, Silira whispered. Her hand brushed his shoulder. Warmth through the suit. Trust.
Team effort.
Eli grinned in the dark, shaft forked. He veered left, shorter to Aux. Distant klaxon wailed. Platform breach alert. They emerged into the Aux bay. Shuttles idled, treaty banners limp. Eli sealed the hatch. Bomb squad inbound. We're clear. Vrax shoved forward. Scanner out.
You refuse kill shots. Why?
They earn death. Eli met his glare. Dead saboteurs tell no tales. This one's spilling networks. He nodded at the trust leader, now hauled by guards. Silira's eyes locked on Eli. Brills flushed violet. Approval. Intrigue. Restraint wins intelligence. Peace holds. Keth stormed in by a comms feed. Princess, protocols demand shield recall. Human oversteps. She silenced him. He saves. Again. Eli checked his terminal. Fresh thermal ping. Deeper in the ship. Not done. Director Rusk patched in, voice sly. Nice work, Mercer. Harmless cells, but you deliver.
Ashline's got a mole on board. Intel drop incoming.
Eli nodded to the empty bay. Mole hunt next. Sailor stepped closer, her scent like spiced ozone. You hide depths, husband. Depth served the treaty. His hand grazed hers. Spark jumped. Real now. Vrax snorted. Soft skin lock. Eli's scanner chirped. Fifth signature. Closing on the bay. Not luck. Timing. Silira stepped onto the arrival platform, treaty banners snapping in the docking winds. Crowds roared below, thousands of her people, faces painted in peace stripes, waving hollow flags. She raised one frilled arm high. Cheers doubled. Bait deployed. Eli's plan: draw the Ashline cell into the open while he hunted their mole. Her honor guard fanned out behind her. Vrax at point with rifle leveled. Scanner feeds hummed in her earpiece, clear so far. But Eli's warning echoed. Fifth signature inbound. She scanned the throng. No overt threats. Yet. Eli lingered at the platform's edge, tech vest slung low, hands casual in pockets. Harmless envoy to the crowd. To her, the male who'd just trust a saboteur leader without firing a shot. A hand signal flashed from Eli, 2 fingers left, then circle. Redirect guard. Now. Heart quickened. Trust him. Her crown demanded protocols. But he'd saved her twice already. Saila turned smoothly to Vrax. Shift flanks left. Cover the service ramps. Her voice carried calm authority. No alarm. Vrax stiffened, pressed flaring red. Princess, standard diamond. Now. Commander. She held his gaze. He barked orders. Guard pivoted without a ripple. Crowd stayed oblivious. Chants rising. Peace. Then endures. Eli nodded once, thumb up. Then vanished into a service hatch. Her comms crackled. Ambassador Keth's voice, sharp as thorns. Princess. Reckless exposure. Human bypassed chain of command. Recall all? No. Silira kept smiling for the cameras, waving. Eli's operational lead holds. He predicted the Aux breach. Protocols adapt. Protocols are peace. Keth sputtered. This soft-skinned technician oversteps. Vrax, secure the human. Frustration boiled. Keth's caution had nearly cost them the treaty signing yesterday. Eli's restraint had netted intel instead. Silira muted him mid-rant. Below, a cluster of protesters. Ashline sympathizers. Edged closer. Signs twisting into choke six. Her frills itched. Exposed. Movement caught her eye. Vrax wheeled toward the service hatch. Cuffs out. 2 guards trailing, targeting Eli. Publicly. Stand down. Silira's command sliced the air. She strode between them, robes flaring. Cameras swiveled. Crowd hushed. Vrax halted, rifle dipping. Princess, he's compromised. Rusk's liaison feeds confirm mole risk. Ellie Mercer is my shield. She faced him square, voice projecting. He just flushed your saboteur. Arrest him. You undermine the treaty. Here. Now. Gasps rippled from the crowd. Vrak's crest pulsed fury black. Guards froze. Her pulse thundered. Crown on the line. One wrong word. Riots. Vrak's jaw clenched. As you command. He sheathed cuffs. Guards peeled back. Relief flooded her. Eli emerged from the hatch. Terminal in hand. Their eyes met. Gratitude sparked in his. Hers warmed violet. Then, lights flickered. Platform strobes dimmed to half. Gasps swelled. Power surge. No. Staged. Ellie's doing. Silira spotted it. Upper gantry camo-cloaked nest. Shooter barrels glinted in the flicker. 3 rifles, trained on her podium. Ashline cell. Exposed. Snipers. Vrax bellowed. Guard rifles snapped up. Bolts cracked. Precise. Alien accurate. Nest shredded. Crowd screamed, stampeding safe. But peace held. No panic spiral. Cameras captured it all. Her steady. Eli's flicker, saving the day. Eli jogged to her side. Scanner chirping. Mole signal traced. Bridge level. Your call. She gripped his arm. Warmth through fabric. Real. Together. Keth burst onto the platform. Robes askew. What madness. You risked results. Silira cut him off. Back Eli's authority. Fleet-wide. Keth gaped. Vrax grunted reluctant nod. Director Rusk patched in, chuckling. Told you. Harmless? Nah. Essential. Saira leaned into Eli, scent of his sweat mixing with her ozone. Brills flushed deep violet. U-turned bait to victory. Team. His fingers brushed hers. Spark leaped again, but his scanner wailed. 6th signature from the crowd. Closing fast. Not over. Eli's scanner wailed sharper. 6th signature surged through the crowd. Humanoid. Cloaked in civilian robes. Knife glinting under strobes. Straight for Sailira. Down! Eli yanked her behind the podium. Rax's guards pivoted, rifles barking. The assassin twisted mid-stride. Frills flaring. Ashline cell. Elite operative. Bolt scorched robes but missed flesh. Eli slapped his wrist calm. Traffic control. This is Mercer. Emergency override. Code Delta 79. Static crackled. Negative, human. Authenticate. Authenticate this. Eli jacked his terminal into the podium port. Station schematics bloomed on his HUD. He sliced through firewalls like butter, fingers flying. Ashline hacked the docks. 3 freighters veering off course. Collision vectors locked on the platform. False flag slammed to blame humans. Shred the treaty. Got you. Eli hijacked the core. Thrusters fired remotely. Freighter 1 yawed hard, scraping girders but missing the crowd deck. 2 and 3 banked into safe orbits. Alarms died. Docking arms clamped true. Sailira gripped his arm, eyes wide violet. You? Rewrote their navs? Routine patch. Ellie pulled her toward the evac shuttle. Brax bellowed orders, herding dignitaries. Keth sputtered behind. Impossible clearance! Shuttle bay loomed. Debris peppered the approach. Ashline shrapnel from the sniper's nest. Autopilots glitching out. Pilots swore. Locks engaged. Manual only. Eli vaulted into the command couch. My stick. Pilot slid aside, frills twitching doubt. Eli strapped in. HUD synced to his suit. Debris field danced, twisted struts venting gas clouds. He pulsed the mains, feathering attitude jets. Shuttle dipped under a girder, rolled through a plume. Sparks kissed the hull. Silira braced beside him, breath hitching, steady. Eli threaded the needle. Final burn. Clean dock. Thump. Seals hissed green. Vrax hauled the hatch. Shields failing. Sabotage cascade. Eli scanned. Primary node dark. Ashline overload. Backup grids fried. Incoming freighter ghost still probed. Weapons hot. Power conduit here. Eli yanked his suit's chest panel. Fusion cell hummed. Rated for vacuum halls. He spliced cables. His suit to the node bus. Energy arced. Node word alive. Shields flared blue, repelling probe fire. Silira stared. Your suit? Jury-rigged the whole array. Keeps me breathing in a pinch. Eli resealed, sweat beading. Suit temp redlined but held. Director Rusk patched in from the human frigate. Eli, you golden. Platform cams are live. Whole fleet saw that dance. Not done. Eli scanner pinged. 7th signal. Coordinator hub on the bridge level, open channel flared fleet-wide. Ashline lead, this is Mercer. Your plays failed, snipers down, collision scrubbed, shields up. Surrender now. Full amnesty under Treaty Clause 14B. Walk away alive, laughter barked back, gravelly alien, human pet. We end this farce. One pulse. Platform vapor. Eli patched schematics live. Seer jammer. I own it. Your cells too. Amnesty holds. Your call. Silence stretched. Vrax growled low. He lies. Crush them. Silira touched Eli's hand. Frill's deepened hue. Trust him. Click. Terms. Drop weapons. Evac to neutral shuttle. Fleet logs it clean. Hesitation. Then. Done. Eli triggered the countermeasure. Nanite pulse. Precision coded from his terminal. Weapons across the platform fizzled. Rifles. Probes. Even the assassin's knife servos. Disabled. Not destroyed. Guards swarmed inert ashline cells. 0 bodies. Crowd hushed. Camera zoomed. Vrax lowered his rifle. Eyes narrowing respect. Keth stammered. No kills. They deserved. Peace needs survivors. Eli stood, offering Sailor his hand. She took it, fingers lacing tight. Her scent, ozone and spice, cut through the smoke. Rusk chuckled over calm. Harmless, my ass. Treaty gold. But Eli's scanner chirped faint. 8th signature. Deep in the station core. Not ashline, something bigger. Watching. Sailira raised their joined hands high. Spotlights pinned them center platform. Holocam's word broadcasting live to both empires. Ashline guards knelt in cuffs nearby, weapons dead husks. She locked eyes with Eli. Steady, unblinking, and spoke the right's vow. By star and void, I bind to you. Eli Mercer, flesh of earth, spirit of alliance. War ends here. Crowd gasped. Frills rippled across alien faces. Vrax stiffened beside her, rifle half lowered. Keth sputtered into his comm. Princess, protocol demands private right. No. Silira's voice cut sharp. Public seals truth. Extremists crave war narrative. We deny it. She pressed her frilled palm to Eli's chest. Human skin warmed under silk right band. Pulse steady, like station hum. No fear scent. Her own ozone sharpened, mixing with his clean sweat. Eli nodded once. Bound. Simple. No flourish. Holos zoomed on their clasp. Rusk clapped from human delegation. Signed in blood and bites. Cheers erupted, tentative from her side, roaring from humans. Sailira pulled data chips from inert ashline packs. Guards handed them over. She slotted the first into the central podium. Projections bloomed. Sabotage blueprints. Sniper logs. Collision codes. Captured proof. Ashline cell funded by Warhawks. Both empires. Gasps. Swelled. She flicked to fleet manifests. Their bribes. Your traitors named. Keth scales paled. Impossible. Our audits. Died. Sailada. Advanced the hollow. Human faces flickered. Rusk's contacts. No. Deeper. Alien officers too. Sign now. Expanded charter. Joint audits. Shared intel. Amnesty for defectors. She thrust styly at leaders. Human president nodded first, inked bold. Her emperor hesitated, eyes on Vrax. Vrax growled. They framed the human. Execute them. Silira spun. Stand down, commander. Steel in her tone, he froze. You suspect traps? Eli disarmed them without blood. Appoint you joint security, under his lead. Prove loyalty or step aside. Vrax's mandibles clicked. Eyes flicked to Eli. Scanner still in hand, chirping soft. Respect ward with doubt, as ordered. Rifle slung. Emperor signed. Charter locked. Applause thundered. Sailira exhaled. Peace held. Stronger now. Weapons grade. She turned to Eli. Took his hand again, deliberate. Fingers laced. His calluses rasped her scales. Technician's mark, not nobles. Heat bloomed in her core. This right binds more. Propose permanent unit. Mixed species diplomats. Humans for crisis. Our kind for Star Song negotiation. You lead field ops. Eli's brow quirked. With Vrax, he'll love that. She smiled. Frills flushing violet. He adapts. Like me. Cameras caught it. Whispers spread. She chooses him. Rusk leaned in. grinning. Told you. Harmless upgrade. Silira ignored him, scanned the crowd. Pockets of silence. Hard eyes. Cloaked frills. Remaining extremists. She stepped forward, Eli at her side, locked gazes with the nearest cluster. Scarred veterans. Ashline tattoos faded but proud. You failed. Try again under Alliance. Joint Fleets watch. Amnesty waits, or Void claims you. One snarled, fist clenched, but no move. Others shifted, sensed souring defeat. Eli tensed beside her. Scanner chirped louder, insistent. He tapped it quiet, but she caught the flicker in his eyes. Eighth signal. Not Ashline. Her frills tightened. What hunted now? Platform alarms blared sudden. Core breach. Station shuddered. Lights dimmed. Brax barked orders. Perimeter! Sayula had gripped Eli harder. Yours? His jaw set. Deeper threat. Moving. She nodded. Art raced. Not fear. Fire. This human turned marriage to forge. But shadows grew. Something watched. From the core, patient.